For those of you that are new, we do cycle analysis. On the bottom right over here are cycle brackets. It's just a drawing tool that helps us see the rhythms in the market or the energetic motion. What you see here are minor cycles on the bottom, that's the small ones. And when we have harmonic families where we can see dominant cycles, as you see right over here, the dominant cycles influence the minor cycles. That's the ones that have the power. So when you have, as you see right over here, a minor cycle that peaks kind of early, we call that a left-hand translation, and then falls very hard, gets underneath supports, then you know that the dominant forces are great on the downside. The same thing happens on the upside, and here's one of those V bottoms back in March of 2019 after the COVID. Then this upward dominant force is driving the minor cycle, and you get the minor cycle in actual shape much more positive than what would be the ideal on the bottom. So that's a little bit of a cycle lesson that I'm going to give you right now. And as you can see right over here, and I'll blow this up, that we're in a little corrective period right over here. But look how high it is from the last one. That shows you that the dominant force right over here is still strongly to the upside. Because of that, we anticipate that the next rally right in here will, at worst, come up and test this level right over there. So we have it pointing right up to that resistance level there. It's probably going to do a little bit better than that. That would be what the highest probability is you have this fib extension area, this intermediate cycle resistance right there. And once this bottom is in place, then that's this corrective period. Then you get another rally right over here. It's typical that you will get a downward turn in momentum, as you see right over here, when you have these minor cycles coming down and then quickly reestablishing the upward momentum right there. So you see the downward turn right over there. We would expect this would bottom and we'd reestablish the upward momentum. If it can't do that, you'll know that it's weaker and that this upward force is losing its energy. You see right over here, what happened was this corrective period did not give you a negative momentum. You came up and you tested the highs right up over there. Notice this area right up over here around 65.70 is a problem, and that's because that's when you really get the shale producers coming out with their oil. So there's enough of a profit in there for them to pick it up. So that's what happened. So right now what we're expecting is this bottom right in here, and we'll look at the products and see how that lines up and then begin to move up again. So we try to fine tune that, of course, when we look at the daily chart, and you can see the cyclical patterns in the daily chart. I mean, look at how clear those are. Remember, we look at momentum on the daily chart using the slim ribbon. And we look at the signal indicator on the bottom, which is the slim ribbon PO. And these work together in ways that are just, I think, the best that there are as far as understanding momentum. I'm going to do more about this analysis and momentum at the Wealth 365 summit that's coming up, and where I really feature momentum indicators in the hour that I'll be speaking on the 22nd of April. So I sent out some information, and if you want to sign up for that, would be great. It's free, and there's 6 days of great speakers there. Every single one of basically of the ones that you probably be interested in are going to be speaking there. And so do sign up for that. And I sent you a link to do that. Do that through my link. All right, so this is the top that you see in here that formed on the weekly chart, and we're looking for, this looks like another maybe 4 to 6 days, and then when this bottoms and when the daily bottoms, the weekly bottoms right with it, as you see right over there, is when you get that upward spike. So somewhere right in here is going to be a buy area when you look at light crude, and remember that because we always correlate when we look at things, and we're going to look at the energy market. We're going to talk about the energy market when we look at the Canadian dollar, because the Canadian dollar and the Aussie are pretty much tied to a lot of the materials and the commodity prices. So that's a look at light crude.